So might I share this with you quickly? That one day I was at work when I used to work in the hospital. And this is so profound that even years later, and I have left the hospital over 16 years, this might have happened when I was only maybe a third-year nurse, that I was scheduled to be on the area where I took care of all the prisoners, all the inmates. And this particular day, an inmate, African-American, he looked like he was in his 40s, I was only in my 20s, he was rolled in, and as customary, they are handcuffed, one hand to the bed rail of the stretcher. So he comes in, they bring him in, and they said, he's your patient. And I do like I do all the patients. I go in, and I introduce myself. Hi, I'm your nurse for the day. Here is a gown. I need you to get undressed and get in the gown, and then I'm going to be back to do your assessment. Are you in any pain right now? He said yes. So I put the gown on the bed with the sheet. He's laying on the bed. He's handcuffed. I went out the door, pulled the curtain, and I said to the Caucasian officer sitting outside the door, he needs to be uncuffed so that he can get on his gown so that we can see him. I went and sit down and proceeded to start writing up my chart, and I did something else, and about 5 to 7 minutes later, I returned, pulled the curtain, the man is still laying there in the bed with the gown that I left and the sheet, and handcuffed. So I said to the officer, excuse me, sir, we need to see him. Would you please take off the cuff and allow him to get undressed? You're more than welcome to cuff him back. We know that's customary. We even have a jail ward up on the 17th floor. He looked at me and he said, no, I'm not going to do it. I said, that's going to be a problem. So I went into the room and I went over to the man and I said, just give us a few moments. We're going to get you taken care of. I went outside the room, and by this time, I was infuriated because we've taken care of hundreds of thousands of prisoners before, and no one has never said that they couldn't be uncuffed even for a moment to put on a gown so that we could do our assessment. I went straight out to the doctor that was in charge, and I said, hey, Dr. Chang, I'm not getting a good feeling. I need to see my patient, and he refuses to uncuff him. He went in and spoke to the officer, to no avail. He wouldn't uncuff him. The doctor comes out now even more infuriated than me and says, who's your sergeant? He didn't answer him. He took up the phone, he called upstairs, and in 2 minutes, we saw officers down there with the white shirt. I respect a white shirt. The white shirt with the cap. And he said, what's the issue? We said, we need our patient uncuffed so that we could see him. He went in there, said a few words, exchanged officers, got him out, the gentleman got undressed. I went in there and I apologized to him.